Canaeco to have a to sign up and then enjoy the courses at a great discount for members. We're going to record this meeting so that other people that are interested can take a look at it later as well. And I'm going to pass this on to Amanda. She's going to give us a quick introduction and then have my colleague here, Felipe, who's actually taken a course through eCornell last year or this year, this and last year, and he can just explain a little bit his experience. At the end, we're going to open this to some questions, and if you want to make the question in Spanish, that's okay as well. But we'll keep it in English for now because Amanda's Spanish is still in progress. Okay, go for it, Amanda.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the introduction. Hi, everybody. As Hans mentioned, I'm Amanda Liebeck. I'm the learning consultant that has been working with your team, getting your portal set up. I'll be running through a quick orientation with you all, but please know that if you have any questions and you don't feel comfortable asking them live or through the chat, you can feel free to send me an email. Everything that we covered today, I'll be sending out in a follow-up email too, so there's no need to take any notes or anything. I'll have everything sent to you. So yeah, excited to walk you through the presentation today. Nice to meet all of you. I'll toss it over to Felipe.
Thank you. All right, so I thought I was going to go after the explanation. So thanks, everybody. Good to see some familiar faces here, some friends of mine as well. So thank you. As Hans mentioned, we had this awesome benefit presented to us in the last couple of years, and I decided to jump on the opportunity. I took a certificate called Integrated Marketing 360. I think it's one of the most robust programs that they have in the eCornell portal. So I really enjoyed the experience. I didn't have a lot of experience e-learning, so I thought that was going to be a challenge for me. But putting the benefits versus the constraints in a balance, in a way, I think that the positive aspects really are more tangible than the others. It's very convenient. The quality of the faculty and staff and the peers that we have, it generates a lot of value for me. Lots of even the main professor, the assistant professor, and the colleagues, great quality. You can manage your own pace in terms of how you want to learn, how much time you want to invest, and just figure out how to accommodate your personal and professional commitments with the course. So I had a great time. Different modules, depending on the level of expertise that you might have for a specific thing, are easier or less complex, right? Than certain modules that are much more complex in terms of expertise and the investment of time, right? So I had a couple of modules where I just flew because they were very, very related to my day-to-day. So it's very natural for me. My role in Cayuga right now, sales and marketing director. So I see a lot of the commercial things, marketing, digital marketing, KPIs, this and that. That was very natural, but then there were other components that really helped me complement my expertise in terms of more finance, more formulas, more dynamic tables in Excel, and really digging in to different approaches, different strategies, different tools that you can use to create more or better tangible results for the organization as well. As I mentioned, it took me around 9 months. I started in January of last year and I finished up in September. There are different options in terms of how you want to schedule your modules. You need to choose from the main frame, and then you choose specializations in the second part of the course. So that's at your own convenience as well. So you have different options to properly frame it to your specific needs. So that's another angle that I really like. In general terms, I'm really interested in taking different courses and different options in Cornell, and I'm excited about this because I put this in front of my team as well, and I see that there's a lot of interest. Cornell is very, very prestigious institution in the hospitality industry, but they also deliver in terms of the quality that I receive. My formation, just for context, I had my bachelor's in tourism from a private university in Costa Rica, and then I have an MBA from INCAE, which is a business school here in Costa Rica as well. And I felt that it really challenged me at certain points in time, but I really like to no cutting corners. You could just probably fly under the radar, but I think I really took the time, sunk my teeth into the modules, into the methodology. Methodology would be, in a very summarized way, that you get presented like the syllabus from the course, then you have the transcript, written transcript, and then you have a guide with videos from the experts, that they explain, you have some practices, you have some quizzes, some are part of your final grade, some are not, and then you have a deliverable at the end that is part of like your final project for each course. In terms of time, I think that they have really well, a really clear measure in terms of the time that you need to invest to make the most out of the course. If you want to invest more, perfect. Or if it's a topic that you're really familiar with, you're probably going to be able to do it in less time. But I feel that overall, very strong program, and I'm really happy that I had the opportunity to do it. I know that it's a long meeting. I don't want to take, of course, a lot of time, but I'll be happy to tackle any questions that anyone might have. And I'm sorry if it's not clear about my explanation, I'm translating in my head. So any questions or comments?
Thanks,
We
Felipe.
should have you run the orientation call.
Well, I mean, I
That
would
was
put
really great. That was a great overview. I think my job is done. No.
Well, that's why Hans likes to work with me, I think, right? No,
Yeah.
and as I
You're a
told you guys,
salesperson.
I'm,
Okay,
I'm glad that I had the opportunity. So yeah, I
thanks,
appreciate
Felipe.
it.
Thanks for making the time. I know you have other things to do, so you probably won't be on the rest of the call, but we'll take
Yes.
it over to Amanda, and in the end we can answer questions. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, good. And I can send this out to you as well. So for today's call, we'll run through this fairly quickly. And like I said, I'll send everything over to you, Monica and Hans. If you want to just send it out to the team, I'll send this slide deck, and I'll also send over everything we discussed today just as a resource. So for today's call, we're going to just run through, an introduction. I know Felipe did a wonderful job talking a little bit about, our university and kind of like how we operate. But I'm going to talk more about kind of the enrollment confirmation process, the student portal, the time commitment, what's expected of you, and then just talk a little bit about like optional supplemental learning opportunities that you have available to you. And then I'll leave it for a few minutes for Q&A. So thank you all again for carving time out. I'm excited to run through this. Please feel free. We can keep this as informal as you'd like. So if there's a question, feel free to interrupt. So just to give you some additional insight around our university. So Cornell University, we're based in Ithaca, New York. So I'm about 2 hours away from our main campus here in New York. It was founded in 1865. We obviously since have grown quite a bit. So we have over 62,000 unique annual students. We offer over 235,000 courses. So the likelihood of you finding something that you're interested in, there's a really good chance that you'll be able to find something that you want to learn about. Our position as eCornell is everything that's happening in the classroom at Cornell University. We're bringing it to you all in an online space. So all of these courses are designed for working professionals like ourselves. I always like to let people know, I work full-time here at eCornell, but I've run through several courses, several certificate programs. So it's definitely doable, with your day-to-day work and job priorities and things like that. And we do offer a lot of flexibility. So the purpose of these courses is, again, the application of learning. So everything that we take in the classroom, we deliver it to you in an online space. So it's easy to consume, flexible. The courses are asynchronous, which means you don't have to be sitting in front of the computer when the courses open up. You could take them, anytime within the 2-week duration that the course is open. So it's definitely flexible. I know there's a little bit of a time difference. So that's why we try to make it as flexible as possible, because we do operate on a global scale. And everything that you take during the course, we want to make sure that it's applicable to your, day-to-day, whether it be in your professional life or your personal life. So the courses are expert-led, which means, everything is online. They're 2 weeks in length. So every course that you'll be enrolling in is 2 weeks in length. We do have courses that make up a certificate program. So we have several certificate programs, and a lot of them have probably like 5 to 6 courses in each. And you're able to choose your start dates and when it's, best suited for your schedule. Every course starts on a Wednesday. They open up at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. Like I said, you don't have to be online right at that time. We encourage people to get in same day, but if for some reason you have to open the course on Thursday, that's completely fine. It's designed for anywhere, anytime. So you definitely can access at any hour of the day. We have optional live sessions, so an opportunity for you to meet with the course facilitator live. You have an opportunity to join these. It's not mandatory. It's just an opportunity for you to meet with other peers that are going through the course with you, because these courses do cap at 35 participants. So you'll be joining with other individuals from around the globe. So it's an opportunity for you to network and meet other people in the industry that are running through the same course. Each course, we usually say it takes about it says 8 to 10 hours here. I usually say like 6 to 10 hours of coursework per course. And that might sound a lot initially, but a lot of times, depending upon the course, I know Felipe kind of alluded to it, you might be able to, complete it sooner, just depending upon how, invested you are in that topic or how familiar you are in that topic. And the nice thing is each course is made up of multiple modalities. So there's your faculty videos from the actual faculty member who's designed the course. And then there'll be short readings, there's discussion boards, quizzes. And a lot of times we, give that additional time, that 6 to 10 hours, just to, that allotted time for the, quiz. It might take people a little bit longer. And then we also have an opportunity for you to discuss directly with your facilitator within your portal, which I'll show you in a moment. So I want to just run through quickly. So in the message that I send out, or the email template, it will include your portal. So this is your portal link. This is where you would go to actually access the courses. So we do offer it at a reduced rate. You can access with, personal or, professional credit card. We have, you can whichever you want. So this is the portal here. It has all the courses and all the certificates that we offer. We didn't really minimize it because we want you to really explore, everything that we have to offer. If you're looking for something specific, please come to me directly. I'm happy to point you in the right direction. I'm definitely here as a resource, your day-to-day point of contact. I try to be really quick in my responses. And I'm really passionate about what I do. So I'm happy to help. No question is off limits. So when you first get into the portal, there's just a couple key things that I wanted to call out. One is the enrollment confirmation. So a lot of times people wonder, like, how am I going to get enrolled? Well, when you register for a course, you enter in your first name, last name, email address. That prompts the system to send you out 2 emails. So you'll get one for your username, which is typically your email address. And then you'll also get one for your password. If down the road you forget your password, we also have the forget password link directly in your portal. So it's super easy to access. You might want to just kind of bookmark these, like the help desk at eCornell.com, just in case you have any sort of filters on your email. If you want to check your junk, just to be sure that it's not getting caught up in there. I just like to forewarn people. But this is directly how you'll be able to see your email confirmations with username and password. When you enroll in a course, you're going to get a confirmation. This is from info at eCornell. And this is a really nice way for you to track and manage your courses. So some of you might just take one course. Some of you might take an entire certificate that's comprised of 6 or 7 courses. The best way to manage it is just put it on your calendar, just so you know when the course opens up. You'll also get these emails once you're confirmed that the registration has went through. It'll give you the course that you've enrolled in, your course date. And again, the courses run for 2 weeks. So as long as all of your assignments and everything are, in and completed by this end date, then you'll receive full credit. It'll give you information around the course, where you go to access your course. And all of this will be in my email follow-up. And then how to manage your account. So everything that you need will be directly here. It's super simple to access. One thing to know, because some people just, sometimes they think like, oh, I can get into my course early. You're not able to access your course until the day that it actually opens up. So that's just a side note that I want to let you know. Don't be alarmed if you don't see the course. It won't open up until your actual start date on Wednesday at 9 a.m. So a little bit about your student portal. So this portal is different than where you go to enroll. So you'll have your enrollment portal where you register for your courses, and then your student portal. In this portal is where you go to access your courses, submit your grades, contact your facilitator. So when you first log in, you'll be placed at a dashboard. We have a new student orientation course. It's not mandatory that you take it, but if you want a refresher, you can definitely go in here. It's about 45 minutes. And then we also offer leadership symposiums, which are, again, just another option for you to join. If you take a course in like leadership or management, we have what we call like a leadership symposium. And essentially these are live events that are happening. And we just talk about, the top topics that are happening in the industry today. So if you want additional information in the course or in the specific industry that you're taking that course in, you can join these symposiums. And then you'll see your course when it opens up. So if I have a course that opens or that opened today, I would see it first thing this morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. It would appear in my dashboard, and that is where you would go to access it. Course environment. So every course is going to look very similar. On the left, you'll just have the hierarchy of, the topics that you're running through, the student lounge. We do ask people within the first 24 hours of the course opening up, introduce yourself in the student lounge, because maybe there's somebody, another one of your peers that are taking the same course, and you won't know unless you introduce yourself in the student lounge. So you can let them know where you're joining from. It's really interesting, that a lot of you are based in Costa Rica. So, we'll have other individuals joining from the States, out of the country. So good opportunity for you to network, hear from your peers in the student lounge. The facilitator of the course too, who will be grading your assignments and running those live sessions, they'll also post in the student lounge. So definitely just, good rule of thumb as you first open up the course. And then you'll have your video here, your course transcript. You're able to download this too if you want it as a resource. It's really good for those quizzes that you might have. It's a nice way for you to revert back to it. I actually just did that this morning for a course that I was taking. I actually downloaded the course transcript just so I could revert back to it as I'm going through the course project. On the left-hand side, so there's a shortcuts link, and this is where you're able to see your grades. So the first thing that I would do if your course opens up, I would come into your dashboard, I would go under shortcuts, and I would look at my grades. Obviously, you're not going to have any grades in here, but it will give you a good understanding of when all of your assignments are due. So if anybody is like me, I'm a planner, so I like to go in, kind of take a look at when all my assignments are due, either put it in my calendar or just make a mental note to go back and make sure that everything's complete. We do have due dates. I call them soft due dates because as long as you submit them by the end of the course, you're fine. They'll be graded. You'll get completion. The reason we give due dates is because our facilitators provide really great feedback on the assignments. So we always say, if you can get it in by the due date, it gives you an opportunity to hear back from the facilitator. Other than that, as long as they're due by the end of the course, submitted and complete, you'll receive a score, and you'll be able to see the 100% down here for course completion. And I will mention, I know it's here as well, but there is no penalty for late assignments, just as long as they're completed within that 2-week time frame. If for some reason you need any sort of assistance, we do have an opportunity for you to chat with our technical support team. So if there's anything like that's technical related, you can reach out to them. We also have an opportunity to reach out to your facilitator. So maybe there's, a discussion that's happening and you just need a little bit more information, or you have a question on one of the assignments. You can message directly your course facilitator right here. Usually we say give them like 24 hours to respond, because they do hold, a number of courses at a time. So we just want to make sure that we're giving them an appropriate time to respond. If for some reason they're not responding to you, I can always escalate it. So you can reach out to me. I say anything that's course related, reach out to the facilitator. Anything else, you can come to me directly. We do offer course extensions. So I did mention early on, we try to be flexible with everybody. We understand things happen, people have families. So if for some reason you are more than halfway through the course, you can submit for a course extension. You have to be more than 50% of the way through the course. And all you have to do is message your facilitator directly. And you can just say, hey, I just need maybe like, I don't know, a day or two. We usually say like a 2-day max, just to give you an opportunity to finish any outstanding assignments. But that is one thing that we do offer, is the course extensions, but it is up to the discretion of your facilitator. So best practices and tips, this just kind of runs you through like a day in the life of taking a eCornell course. So you'll get your enrollment confirmation. If you want to, you could take the student orientation course. And then nothing really happens until the first day of your course opening up. So, I had mentioned introduce yourself in the student lounge, take a look at, your assignments that are coming up, download any resources or tools or transcripts, add study time to your calendar. I mean, we're all grown adults, so I'm not going to tell you how to run your day. You do it how you see fit. Just make sure that you're completing your assignments on time, and plan to spend at least like 6 to 10 hours for each course. Like I said, it could take a little bit less time. And then on the last day of the course, just make sure all your assignments are complete. The course will close at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just ensure that everything is complete, and showing at 100%. I'm going to run through these pretty quickly, but these are just supplemental learning opportunities for you. I mentioned the symposiums. It's like a 3-day event. They usually last for 2 hours. This access is included for 1 year, so you're able to join. You'll see some of the topics that we've covered. This is just an example of one, but like navigating change and conflict. So we take key topic areas in the industry and we discuss them live with our experts on our team. So it's open to you for an entire year. You'll have access directly through your portal. And for those of you who like listening to podcasts, and like to enjoy learning and ongoing learning, we have an opportunity for you to listen to our keynotes, which are just short videos of topics that are popular amongst the industry. So everything on the left-hand side, so technology, leadership, law. We have one on like food and wine. We have one on beer making. So really, we have a plethora of topics that we cover. So I'm confident that you'll find something that you're interested in. And then we also offer our podcast as well. And you have access to that for an entire year. So just a couple contacts that I wanted to highlight. Again, I'll send this in an email. We have our knowledge base, which really covers everything. So in my email that I send out, I actually hyperlink to this knowledge base. It's just, a quick FAQ document that has a lot of popular questions. We have our technical help. Of course, you can reach out to me directly. And then these are just emails that you want to take a look out for as you start registering for courses, because we do send out reminders. So we would just want to make sure that those are listed on your end as trusted senders as they as you kind of start your learning journey. So that's it. I tried running through that. I really tried to stick to that 20 minutes. So I know that was a lot of information. I'll send everything in a follow-up, but I am going to leave the last couple of minutes for individuals if they want to chat in questions or if they want to take themselves off mute. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thanks, Amanda. I think that was great. That was really to the point. I think just an overview, and if somebody is taking a course or interested, of course, we can always go into more detail. But definitely, any questions from the participants? Now is the time to ask. Okay. Florencia, you're in mute if you're speaking.
Yes, I'm sorry. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Amanda, for a great presentation. Just want to ask where we can find all the different courses that you have, in which platform? I mean, just to enroll one of them.
Yeah, so I will send in my email follow-up. I actually send your portal link that you'll go. And I have it, you know what? I have it pulled up. So I will share my screen once again and I will just show you. So this is the portal.
Yeah, we also have that at Canaeco, so you can request that from Diana, from Monica, and we can send you that. But yes, it's there as well.
It's here.
It's right here. And then to your point, this is where you're able to see all the certificate programs and all the courses. And
magnificent. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have taken personally the Nutrition and Healthy Living certificate, and it's a wonderful one if that's an area of interest. And you can choose, I think Felipe mentioned it, you can choose your start dates. So that's just something to keep in mind. I will say too, just as a side note, as you're enrolling in courses, we do have an acknowledgement here just saying that you are a member or an employee. And you'll have to check that before you enroll. We do, as you're running through any certificate program, if you're not familiar with it and it's like your first time learning, I usually say a course a month. I know people tend to get ambitious and they want to complete it all at once, but that is not a good idea. I've done it and it's a lot of work if you do your courses back to back. So I would just say try to spread them out, do like a course a month, especially with the holidays coming up. I would just want to make that as a side note, but it's a good rule of thumb.
Okay, great. Any other questions?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Otherwise, I think, we kept it to half an hour, be considerate with everybody's time. And of course, if there are any other questions, you can always reach out to Canaeco, to Diana and Monica. They'll then ask Amanda if it's something more specific, but hopefully we'll get a lot of people sign up for the courses, and we'll share this video also with the rest of the members, and we'll continue to remind you all about this incredible benefit that we now have for members. So thank you all. Amanda, how's the weather up there in upstate New York? Is it getting cold?
A little bit, yeah.
It's good news for us because we need the cold up there so that people start thinking about booking vacations to Costa Rica,
I know. Actually, we just traveled to Punta Cana back in August, which I'm like, why did we plan a trip like that in the summer? That made no sense. But
all right.
Yes, Costa Rica is on my bucket list, so I will reach out.
Great. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a nice day, and thanks all for your interest, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amanda. Bye. Thank you, Hans.